I want to look and see what is Trump's mental state now. What is Trump's mental state? I like that open card. Was Trump working for? Shouldn't they say, is Trump working for Russia? May I remind them, he's still in office. Okay, he's not at an end with anything. This crap is still going on. Okay. Oh, Trump says the probe that he was working for Russia is the most insulting thing ever. Insulting. Oh. Really? Trump's mental state? Strength of what? Strength of insanity? But we're getting a double strength card. I think it's maybe that his craziness is getting stronger. But let's do a few more and see what else we have, because this is a very unusual thing. Why would his... I think that he's just... Again, he's unmoving. His mental state is just like a vice. Strong. He's not going to change anything. Yeah. Looking for his ship to come in and the opportunity. Okay, that's all he's focused on is money. Waiting for his ship to come in and money. That's it. That's all he sees is money. He wants to see a win. He's that narcissistic thing. You know, he thinks he's in a position of power in the world. Okay, but he's immature. But he's totally immature. You know, he's in a great position, most powerful man in the world, but he's childish. Childish. Okay? Childish. His focus in the past has always been looking for his ship to come in, whatever opportunity. And now he knows, you know, he's in a position of power, but he's childish. Okay. Things are moving forward. Yeah. Investigations. His challenge is this stuff is continuing to go forward. These investigations are not ending. And he is trying to, you know, stay insulated. He's feeling, you know, energy of being beat up. And he's again trying to stay in his armor, but he's got the swords above him. So he's not at peace. He's not at rest. Maybe his mental thing, it's this all this stuff that's happening around him is gaining strength. Okay. Because again, he's in the position of apprenticing, moving forward. Okay. These things are in the works. Okay. Moving forward. working on things being uncovered, and he's fearful of that. He's fearful. He's starting to get kind of barking mad. Okay? So I think the strength is things are gaining strength. He's getting more and more unbalanced. You know, more and more unbalanced as this stuff begins to surface, comes more and more to the surface. He gets more and more barking mad. He's getting more and more barking mad. Because they're starting to look at things, and he feels the long arm of the law. The truth is coming forward. It's going to hang him, you know. So he's like, you know, this is also seen from a different position. He's getting hung, he's going to get hung up to dry. He sees them coming after him, trying to hang him, you know, with truth. And he, you know, he's always gotten away with everything. So he wants things to come back to the way they were. Okay. But things are going to come back to haunt him. Truth and all these things are going to come back. He can't get away from it. Okay. Like from childhood. This overriding thing. And I just feel like yeah, the way of the right is going to be his undoing. He's not a religious person, but I think that religion and the keys and things, these things have been following him. So I think he's getting more and more unbalanced. Okay, and he's getting more and more tied up. He's got a problem with women. Okay, the women have tied him up. The women coming into Congress. Nancy Pelosi is there. He'd probably like to see her tied up, but that's not happening. He's trying to tie them up. You know, he wants to see them tied up, but it's actually working the other direction. He's the one that's being tied up. Yeah, the light is being shined on his communications. You know, this stuff is coming out to the forefront. And he sees it, he's trying to battle it. He's trying to wear his armor, he's trying to go forward and battle. And that's, you know, he's doing the wall to take it, I think, one way, take his mind off this other stuff that's coming. That if he can keep people stirred up, you know, that he is somehow some big warrior, some guy with strength, if he keeps everything up in the mix, you know, because he's worked on his family and things. They've got the money has come not through good means. Sometimes this is a dark money card. Sometimes it's like, yeah. So he's looking at, again, wanting to build his financial thing for his family. And this is also sometimes the card of the Republican agenda. Okay. Trying to carry that out. But he's losing it. He's out in the cold, and this stuff is coming to an end. So I think he's just really, you know, things are getting stronger. It's this confusion, all this stuff is coming down on him. Yeah. Yeah. I think this has to do with how he's gotten his wealth and stuff, that it's going to come out. The truth of it's going to come out. Okay? Shining the light on it. Shining the light on how he got his wealth. Yeah. So I think that's it. He's just... yeah, he can't run away. This is gaining strength. That I think he's just such a narcissist. And he's really, yeah, I think it has to do with just his narcissistic thing is stronger than ever. His illusion, his delusion, his narcissistic thing is gaining strength. It's not getting less. He's just really, you know, in his illusion and delusion even more. So I think that's what it is. His illusion and his delusion. His illusion and delusion is gaining strength. Yeah, he's getting more unbalanced on day by day. As this stuff comes forward, as more light gets shined on it, the more he's getting imbalanced. And he just digs in even further into his fantasy land of being in control, thinking he can control and manipulate. So I think that's what is going on with this. It's just getting more and more where it's looking like he's trying to control and manipulate, and he's getting further into his psychosis and his narcissism. Okay. It's getting worse day by day. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with that. The end of the thing is he's just getting more and more imbalanced into his delusion of grandeur, and that nobody can touch him. And while this stuff is going on and they have all these questions about him, I still think he's convinced that he can keep yelling witch hunt and it's going to go away, and that people will continue to support his agenda, even though he's on the payroll of Putin. He's thinking he can get out of this some way. He's really delusional. Okay, spinning a fantasy. And thinking that he can control it. Okay. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's all going to come crashing down. And he will wind up in jail, him and his cohorts. They're going to go down. Okay? I'm going to leave this here. I hope.